And we're live. Wow. Welcome to the stream. Hmm. Hello. I'm gay. Am I quiet? Testing. Testing. How's that? It is louder, or it should be louder. Testing. Testing. How's that? Yay! Ooh, that peaks a bit though. I should be careful with my voice. Yeah? Okay. I will trust. Just gonna launch Audacity real quick. No, I'm not dealing with this right now. God damn it. Should have set this up ahead of time. Yeah. Oh well. Dear John. Oh, I should really dial in my old lady voice. Dear John. The Colonel amuses men marginally less soused than he is on a sweltering Mississippi evening. In true Sassacre form, he puts his astonishing julep intake to use with a textbook execution of Butterfinger's Solitaire. Dear John, you are no doubt reading this as a handsome and strapping young man. Why, the man grit needed to lift this book is itself a sign of your maturity, not even to speak of the wisdom needed to grasp the nuance of Sassacre's time-tested mischief. I am so proud of you, grandson. How I wish I could have delivered this heirloom to you in the flesh. But I am afraid it wasn't in the cards. For you see, John, like you, this book must yet take on a journey. Its journey will end on the final day of my life, and then will continue some. Though I suppose that will be up to your father. Perhaps he will discuss it with you one day when he and you are ready. But it is your journey I am writing about to wish you luck, There will come a day when you will be thrust into another world. Once you arrive, that is only the beginning. You will soon delve even deeper into a realm of warring royalty in a timeless expanse. A realm of agents and exiles and consorts and colonel sprites, of toiling underlings and slumbering denizens. A realm where four will gather: the heir of breath and seer of light, the knight of time and witch of space, and together they will ascend. Hi, welcome. Also, if you want to catch up with the Homestuck streams, I have posted the links in my Twitch bio. There is a playlist there called the Homestuck playlist. I also have posted the Cyclonials playlist, and we'll be uploading any of these VODs as they're recorded, just in case you miss anything. John, if only you knew how important you were. I regret my passing came so early in your life, and yet I feel in my heart we have already met. But what I know for sure is that we will meet again. Until then, John, I do hope your father keeps you well fed. With love, Nana. Yes. Hoo hoo hoo. A silly girl naps by her flowers. It is quite likely that she has tired herself out with a variety of silly antics, as silly girls are often known to do. She may have a silly name too, or maybe not. It is hard to say for sure without asking her. But since she's slumbering peacefully, it would be a shame to wake her up. You might as well just give her a name right now. Enter name. Farmstink Buttlass. I guess. I guess her name is Farmstink. Wake up! You try to roust Farmstink from her slumber, but she really is down for the count. It looks like she is holding some sort of note. Retrieve arms from. They're right here, in plain sight. Look, they are flashing red. Drop pumpkin on Farmstink. What pumpkin? You see no pumpkin, and frankly, it is hard to imagine there ever was a pumpkin, in plain sight or otherwise. Anyway, that would be a really terrible thing to do to poor, sweet Farmstink. Read note. Farmstink? That is incredibly silly and a little bit rude. My name is. Try again. Jade Harley. She's awake. Examine room. Your name is Jade. You have just woken from a restful nap, and as usual, you have no recollection of having fallen asleep. You have quite a number of interests. So many of them, in fact, you have trouble keeping track of them all, even with an assortment of colorful reminders on your fingers to help you sort out everything on your mind. Nevertheless, when you spend time in your garden atrium, the only thing on your mind is your deep passion for horticulture. What will you do? Jade, play a silly flute refrain. This is incredibly silly. Also, I basically destroyed my entire desktop layout by doing that. Wow, you really suck at this thing. Maybe you should try playing an instrument you actually know how to play instead, like the one in your bedroom. Honestly, you have no idea where this flute even came from. Things seem to appear and disappear around here all the time, especially to your unending chagrin, any sort of large orange gourd that might be lying around. You consider throwing the flute down in disgust. Captcha log flute. On second thought, it was a perfectly nice flute, and there is no need to take out your frustration on it. You just need some practice. Her shirt changed. But before you captcha log the flute, you will need to set your fetch modus first. Set modus. You have a wide variety of fetch modi to choose from. You were really excited when your grandpa bought you this modus set for Christmas. He's a total badass, even if a little strict. You typically opt for the memory modus when it comes to matters of day-to-day practicality. The clue modus seems like it would be fun. The Connect 4 modus like a nightmare. Oh god. Jenga, Battleship, Ouija, Guess Who, Operation. There's memory. Select memory. You set your modus to memory and captcha log the flute. You allot 9 cards to the modus from your deck, since that will be more than enough for your needs at the moment. The modus grabs 9 more cards for matching purposes. The flute is split up into 2 blank cards and mixed randomly into the grid. To retrieve the item, you must first pick one card, then pick its matching card. For the typical Silidexer, this modus presents a frustrating guessing game and a lot of wasted time on mismatching. But you like it because you seem to have a knack for always guessing it right on the first try. Squeal like a piglet and fertilize some plants. It's an awfully silly idea and basically a waste of everyone's time. You will predictably disregard the thought and focus on some more sensible objectives at once. Oh my god, this is so much fun! You captcha log the bag of fertilizer. Consult colorful reminders. You tend to have a lot of things on your mind at once, and you can be a little forgetful. Hi! Welcome, Mira! So you keep a variety of colored strings on your fingers as reminders. Each one means there is something different to remember at a certain time. Speaking of which, I have finally remembered to make the Homestuck playlist. It is unlisted, so if you want to access it, you'll have to check my Twitter bio. It's under my links. But it's got all of the back episodes, in case you missed any. In fact, looking at your index finger reminds you that there is something important to remember now. It is your friend John's birthday. The green string reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today. The blue string also reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today, though in a way that means something slightly different. You are further reminded that you have some things to do outside of your house soon, but you should stop by your room first for some supplies, and most importantly, to see if John is online and wish him a happy birthday. Captcha log the pumpkin growing next to you. Nice shirt, Jade. You snap up that pumpkin, which seems suitably ripe for the taking. Hopefully, the safety of your Silodex will prevent it from being spirited away like so many of its ephemeral predecessors. Exit this room. You make your way to the middle of the garden atrium, where a stairwell joins the 4 atrium wings. Upstairs is your grandfather's laboratory, as well as your bedroom. Your memory modus is hardly any fun without much stuff in it, so you decide to stock up on fresh produce to fill some more cards. You pick up a juicy red crab apple. You pick a nice-looking key lime. The crab apple was picked up while it was spades. the key lime while it is an atom, the mandarin orange, her favorite, while it is the suburb gate, and a ripe yellow eureka lemon while it is the blue slimer. Modus fun aside, you feel it is impossible to have too many fresh fruits and vegetables on hand. Go upstairs to bedroom. You almost never use the stairs. You transportalize upstairs. Just above is your room. Ascend. You enter your bedroom. On this side of the room, you are immediately confronted with numerous artifacts highlighting your various interests. You are an avid follower of cartoon shows of considerable nostalgic appeal. You have a profound zeal for marvelous and fantastical fauna of an anthropomorphological persuasion. Jade's a furry. You have an uncanny knack for nuclear physics, and not infrequently can be found dabbling in rather advanced gadgetry. You enjoy sporadic fits of narcolepsy. Your love of gardening transcends the glass confines of your atrium, and you are at times prone to patterns of precognitive prognostication. You consider briefly the question, what will you do? But you quickly realize this is only one half of your room, and therefore hosts to only half of your interests to choose from. Explore the other half of your room. Man-throw chaps! Yes! Man-throw chaps! And nuclear reactors and squiddles. Ah! Best part of the room. Over here are yet more articles of your aforementioned interests, and then some. Additional telltale signs of your enthusiasm for nostalgic television mingle with your assortment of game-hunting firearms. You are a skilled markswoman, though your crosshairs would never settle on an innocent creature, anthropomorphologically persuaded or otherwise. It should be noted that Jade Harley is currently being taken care of by Pop Pop right now. The guns. And also, there are Manthrochaps here. It should be noted that this is very prominently featured in Hiveswap, especially Act 1. In fact, this is where her absentee father has wound up, raising Jade instead of raising Joey and Jude. Oh well. Maybe he feels guilty. I mean, after all, he's the reason why she's going to die. Oh well. Your work table is littered with equipment to facilitate your tinkering. For you, experimentation is not a particularly exact science, and you lean heavily on sharp intuition for consistently and eerily optimal results. Nevertheless, you still have not been able to get that broad, flat gizmo there to work, which is a design you have borrowed from one of your grandpa's more mysterious inventions. You are a great admirer of his, and you are not alone. Your grandfather is a world-renowned explorer, naturalist, treasure hunter, archaeologist, scientist, adventurer, big game hunter, billionaire extraordinaire. He has taught you everything you know. But in spite of all his lessons, it is still difficult to escape his stern lectures when you are on the way out of the house to run your errands. He spends most of his time in the grand foyer, stewing in his own intensity and charisma. And today will likely be no exception. Among the errands you have planned is to venture out to find your pet and best friend named Beckwero. This animal must be fed, and he will not be happy if he is not. And if he is not happy, then you will not be happy. But first, you should really dig out your own computer and say hi to John. Now, what will you do? Change shirt to Beck, naturally. Quickly retrieve firearms from wall. You equip your trusty hunting rifle. There would be hell to pay if Granddad caught you leaving the house without it. Wonder why the design on your shirt changed. There isn't much to wonder, really. You left the wardrobifier on its randomization setting. Onion, light, Beck, flower, atom, ghost. You contemplate which shirt design you favor the most and commit to that setting in the near future. This was voted upon on the forums. They wound up landing on, I believe, the atom, the Beck, and the light. I might be wrong. I'm at least right about two of them. Captcha nearest Squiddle's doll and hug it. We're about to see this one. The Happy Terror. Oh, well, technically we're about to see the flower, but those are some happy terrors. Just before you can grab one, the powerful electromagnets concealed in their underbellies become activated, and two of them get all tangled up with each other playfully. Tangle buddies! You captcha the Tangle buddies. Ah, see, there we go. Lose interest in fauna, and never speak of it again. Oh, but you could never do that. What marvelous creatures they are. What a daring dream to combine the finest qualities of humanity with the elegance and nobility of the animal kingdom. How you wish you could know their world. To hear one night those muted paw pads traipse up your stairs. A low but friendly growl unsettles your slumber, and as the soper seeps from your eyes, they detect a sharp pair of ears cutting moonlight. A mysterious wolven tongue invites. Wouldn't these ears suit you? Would not this proud long snout assist you in the hunt? No need to answer. Words slough from the busy mind like a useless dead membrane as a more visceral sapience takes over. Something simpler is in charge now. A force untouched by the concerns and burdens of the upright, that farcical yoke the bipedal toe. It now drives you through the midnight brush, your paw whisking through creepers, unearthing with each bold stomp bright odors demanding investigation. But not for long, as you and your new friend must claim the night with piercing howls moonward. You eat a weird bug and don't even care. Pick up your toys. Ah, it is the Manthro chap, Mr. Coxcomb. Speaking of which, you would pick up and admire one of your Manthro chaps. They are wonderful friends, and are always cheerful and pleasant fellows. Why, dear Mr. Coxcomb, how will you be received at the Barnyard Gala without the trappings of a proper gentleman? Each Manthro chap comes with a number of accessories, including articles of formal attire, a vaccination kit, and a dishwasher-safe slop trough. Organize all your dolls. You gather all your dolls into a rather cozy-looking pile. Change wardrobifier setting. You deactivate the wardrobifier's randomization mode and set it to cycle through these three shirt designs. Ah, it was the Suburb Gate, as well as the Atom and Light. The decision was tough, but you think you came to the best possible conclusion. Look out window. It is another beautiful day in your neighborhood. It is peaceful and quiet as usual. A rather imposing volcano looms over your house, which has been inactive for centuries. Though dormant on the surface, the volcanic activity deep underground provides your house with a source of geothermal power. You are not sure why your grandfather decided to draw from this source of energy when he had the unlimited power of the atom at his disposal, but it has been this way for as long as you can remember. You have chalked it up to your family's long-standing propensity for eclectic fursuits. Wait, you mean pursuits. Retrieve fursuit from magic chest. What is this nonsense about fursuits? You do not own a fursuit. You think anthropomorphic fauna are really cute and and enchanting and all, but it has never occurred to you. Eh. Wow, that's a terrible sentence. I'm just gonna have to redo that. You think anthropomorphic fauna are really cute and enchanting and all, but it has never occurred to you to dress as one. Sure, it is fun to imagine what it would be like to run wild with a pack of wolves, or purr and frolic with a litter of kittens, but dressing up as an animal just seems ridiculous. It would still be a it would still just be a silly girl draped in a raggedy synthetic tufty piece of crap. And seriously, who are you trying to kid with that sort of baloney? Anyway, it is not a magic chest. It is your gadget chest, which you have adapted for storing a number of useful gizmos. It was once your oracle's trunk, a gift from your grandfather, of course, and still contains many silly fortune-telling knickknacks, all of which are complete bogus. Really? With the light symbol on your shirt. Fortune telling is bogus, huh? Okay. Open chest. Among the fortune telling knickknacks are these items: a crystal ball, plus compulsory velvet pillow, a tarot deck, a magic 8 ball, a magic cue ball, and one of your favorite books of all time, Problem Sooth. Among the useful gizmos are, of course, your computer, which you keep inside a fun lunchbox for easy transport, and a couple of gizmos you keep handy so you don't always have to make the long trip to the kitchen. There is a cookalizer for preparing delicious meals, and a refrigerator, a name which clearly is a wacky variation on the much more common household item, the refrigifier. Examine Magic 8 Ball and Magic Cue Ball. These things are stupid and useless. When the Magic 8 Ball isn't being frustratingly ambiguous, its forecast is always wrong. You have tested it numerous times with certain facts you know to be true. This is the reply you get when you ask if it is your friend John's birthday today. See? Stupid. Not exactly. You guess maybe it could be used as a reverse prediction advice and always trust the opposite of what it says, but that seems dumb to you. And anyway, the thing gives you a bad vibe. You might consider smashing it, but you are a little superstitious about whatever ominous consequences that might have, even if the occult talisman in question is a cheap piece of garbage. The magic cue ball, on the other hand, is said to make predictions with alarming precision and specificity. Unfortunately, it lacks a portal on its surface that allows you to view the prediction. You put both of these pieces of junk back in the box. Captcha refrigerator. You take the refrigerator. You might as well grab the cookalizer, too. No portable kitchen is complete without it. You take your lunch top, too, because obviously you're going to be using that pretty soon. Whoops! There goes your flute. But who cares? Feed your friend. Before you go out to feed Beck, you will need to prepare a meal for him. You clear some space on your work table so you can set up your refrigerator and cookalizer. Just for fun, Jade allows you to take a stab at matching the cards to use the gizmos. It doesn't present much of a challenge for her, so she figures she might as well step aside, while providing a few generous hints. No. Warmer. Warmer. Cooler. Cooler. Cold. Warmer. Yes. No. Cold. Ice cold. Warmer. Warmer. You have selected the key line. Way to go. Try again. Hot? Wait, no. Cold. Really cold. Frozen fucking tundra. Take another crack at this. Congratulations. You advance your matching skill to a new level. Yukon Hero. Legacy of the Frostbite Amputee. Jade is beginning to regret breaking the fourth wall for this ill-advised escapade. Okay, one more time. If it were known in advance how terrible you were going to be at this matching game, the author may have given second thought to preparing this cool interactive flash animation. Look at all these fruits on the loose. Good luck trying to settle them down. You just deploy the gadgets yourself. Stick fruits in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. These fruits are unlikely to become less impudent anytime soon, regardless of where they are stored, but you stick them in anyway. You take a look at the refrigerator's rotary interface. You wonder what he is in the mood for today. Press the stake button. Well, it's a rotary dial, so there are no buttons to press, but whatever, that doesn't really matter. You dial up a thick T-bone steak, which you are sure Becquerel is in the mood for, because he is in the mood for a steak every day and is never in the mood for anything else. But he does like his steak well cooked. Lightly irradiate steak. He does prefer his steak rare, after all. But you will not dignify the thought of turning the knob much further, because you are not stupid. You captcha-log the irradiated steak and save it for your trip outside. You probably shouldn't waste much more time. You wouldn't want all those nice depleted steak isotopes to settle down. Examine the atomic base by your bed. You wouldn't exactly call it an atomic base, but it is heavily customized to accommodate a high level of musical virtuosity, the perfect instrument for the eclectically spirited. You've tuned the strings way down, of course, because your stumpy arms can't reach the low notes. You switch your eclectic bass to its advanced setting. But you promptly switch it back, since obviously it's too complicated to play it in person like this. The default setting is your preferred mode for casual jamming. And since you can't possibly waste enough time playing music, casually jam is exactly what you're going to do. Play a hauntingly relaxing bass line. Yes. Oh, it looks like a package is arriving. Appears to have landed. Jade, captcha-log bass. You take the portable amp from the wall socket, too. Open Lunchtop. You like to make yourself comfy in your plushy pile before getting down to business with your computer. Get down to business. Beautiful. Activate Pester Chum. Oh, look! John is online! Hooray! Also, it looks like Dave pestered you about something yesterday, but you missed it. It looks like there's someone online in the troll slum as well. Pester John. Garden Gnostic began pestering ectobiologist at 2009 413 1234. Hi, happy birthday, John! You greet John, but he does not respond. He is undoubtedly gallivanting about his house in a state of barely restrained birthday mirth. He may also be retrieving the 2 packages and the 2 envelopes which you are certain came in the mail for him earlier. You will wait a little while and see if he returns before you head out. See if Dave left you a sweet new wrap. Turntech Godhead began pestering Garden Gnostic at 2009 412 2314. Hey, oh, you're asleep again, aren't you? Or do you even know if you are? I still don't know how that works. It does not appear so, but you never know with that crazy and cool guy. So cool. It's like nothing means anything. It's so cool getting hella chumped by your coquettish damn riddles all the time. I don't know why I believe anything you say, like I'm the Grand Marshal of gross chumpage, waving around my baby-ass chump-ductor Patan, waving around my baby-ass chump-ductor Patan, Assistant Director of Chumpography, celebrated author Ernest Chumpingway. Wait, weak. Chumpelstiltskin. Chumple dipshit. Yeah. You're asleep? Yes or no? ASL? S equals species. Baboon? Kangaroo rat? If kangaroo rat, yiff twice, please. Okay, well, you're not saying anything, so I guess whether you're non-awake or unasleep or whatever, you're just not around and I'm wasting good material. Even worse, I'm wasting a killer fursona here. Like, I don't know, like a wide open V-shaped leotard and a fuck ton of body paint. Aqueet! Aqueet Permusk! Some, like, sinewy, back-arching Cirque du Soleil-looking motherfucker. Always low to the ground, getting good prowl on. Like I dropped my keys in the dark. Nimblest son of a bitch who ever had the gumption to glue a nasty pair of latex cat lips to his face. For a reason that wasn't a joke. Jade. Hey. Where are you? Seriously, I'm sitting here tonight with a fucking bag of kibble jacked open on my lap and primed for a goddamn bear, and you're gone. By the way, my name is Aqueet Permusk. Hardest buttock in the jungle. Tempered steel. But yeah, just wanted to give you this remix I finished. Here. Turntech Godhead sent Garden Gnostic file exploreremix.mp3. So yeah, you don't have to respond to any of that, by the way. I'll probably forget. Oh, shit. I'll probably forget half the shit I said anyway. Talk to you tomorrow. Jade, open Fresh Jams! Showtime Remix. This one appears to have been composed between John and Dave. That's enough of that. A Grieve remix. Between Rose and Dave. This is pretty crunchy. Let's check out Verdancy. This is just Jade. And now, Jade remixing Jade. Potential verdancy. Jade really knows where it's at. They are the freshest. These jams are extremely impudent. Time for one of my favorites, Oh God What? Oh God What remix? Yeah, right? So cute. All of Jade's music is cute. She's such a trans girl. Fucking remixing things. Making cute video game music. Playing the bass. Rediscover Fusion by Dave. Dave seems to like that more abstract stuff with lots of percussion. This almost sounds like Metroid stuff, doesn't it? Alright, time for some bangers. Crystal Anthemums. Originally by Dave, remixed by Jade. This is by far one of the most remixed songs in all of Homestuck. Chrysanthemums, Crystal Anthemums, Crystal Anthemannequins. Anytime you hear this leitmotif, it's a remix of this. Speaking of which, Crystal Anthem Mannequins is Make Her Pay. If you recognize that. And now, a song by Jade remixed by Dave, which Jade has just added to her Fresh Jams player. Explore Remix. For some reason, this is just deeply relaxing to me. Right? Open Echidna and go to mspaintadventures.com. Boggle vacantly at these shenanigans. It begins to dawn on you that everything you just did may have been a colossal waste of time. Now, I wonder if we'll ever see this art style ever again. Homestuck, anyone? You open your web browser and visit MSPA. You navigate to a random page in the middle of the latest epic. Yes, Homestuck! Looks like he was just finishing up some sort of weird tangential intermission there. Whatever it was, it clearly advanced the plot in no relevant way whatsoever. End intermission. Midnight Crew, Act 1031. Diamonds Droog. Clubs Deuce. Hearts Boxcars. And Spade Slick. The Felt. You've killed a little time, but still no sign of John. Pester Dave. Hi, Dave! Garden Gnostic began pestering Turntech Godhead at 12:36. Hey, sup? Not much, sup with you, bro. Good one. It's alright, being chill, I guess. You know how it goes. Great! Feeling cool today, Mr. Cool Guy? Oh man, you know it. So cool! You know shit is ice cold in here. Shit is wicked bananas, I am telling you. So, have you talked to John today? Yeah, we were just talking a little while ago about how he sucks with his Silodex. Can you believe he uses Stack? That kid is ridiculous. Ha! Well, that doesn't sound like much fun. What was it you use again? Wait, never mind. I forgot whenever we talk about your goofy notices, I get a migraine. What do you want with John? I just want to tell him happy birthday and ask him about his birthday package. Oh, yeah. I was being sort of cagey and told him to check the mail because I was wondering if mine came yet. I think it did. Yeah? And I think mine came too. So, I guess you want to know if he likes it or something? No! He will not open it. He will lose it. Oh. Wow. Sorry to hear that, I guess. No, it's good actually, because he will find it again later when he really needs it, which of course is why I sent it in the first place. See, I never get how you know these things. I don't know. I just know that I know. Alright. Anyway, I have to go. I have to feed Beck, which is always a bit of an undertaking. Man, if I were you, I would just take that fucking devil beast out behind the woodshed and blow its head off. I don't think I could if I tried. Yeah, say hi to your granddad for me too, okay? I guess an encounter with him is almost certain. It is usually intense. Well, yeah, isn't it always with family? But he sounds like a total badass. Yeah, he totally is. Anyway, gotta go. See ya. Dave. Strife. Uh-oh. Can't abscond, bro. Rose is online. Pester Rose. I require a font of frighteningly accurate yet infuriatingly nonspecific information. Do you know where I can find a wellspring of this sort? Yes, okay, but we can't talk for long. You have plans? Well, yes, I do, but it's just that you will lose your internet connection soon. And we won't talk again for a pretty long time, not until you enter. Enter? Yeah. This is what I was talking about. This is the itch that needed scratching. My avarice for the inscrutable. It is limitless. Huh? What did you need to know? You've been insisting today was the big day. We would all play a game you didn't know the name of. A game you said I'd get in the mail, and did. One that would help me answer some questions. But Strider is being obtuse. I can't catch John at his computer. You don't have the game yourself, and on top of all that, my internet is unstable. Are you sure today is the day? There sure are a lot of challenges, but yes, I am sure. Dave is cool. You know he will come around when the time is right. He just has a lot of work to do first, and so do you. You'll need to keep searching for a stable signal and power source. It will be hard, but don't give up. And don't worry about me either. Focus on playing with John first. It all starts with you two. Is there nothing else you can say to prepare me for this? I'm sure you think little of blithely upsetting dark forces with Grandpa Moreau over there on Hell Murder Island. But honestly, I've only read a few books on it. Dark? That's ridiculous. I don't really know what to tell you either than it's going to be what you think it is. Oh, I don't really know what to tell you other than it's not going to be what you think it is. And most importantly, you will have your questions answered, but they will be the ones you haven't thought to ask yet. Just be patient and be brave. You'll see. It will be fun. Uh-oh, looks like you've got to go. Take care, Rose. Tentacle therapist ceased pestering garden Gnostic at 12:54. Jade, be the other girl. You are now the other girl, several hours in the future. It appears a secret passage in the mausoleum has been opened. It's getting awfully toasty in here. You gather up your belongings, including your dead cat. Rose, descend. Jade, stop being the other girl and pester John again. You've spent enough time for now concerning yourself with the future of your friends. John will not be available until later. By then, he will have his hands full, as will you. You pack up your lunch top and get ready to take care of some business downstairs. Jade, descend. Try as you might, you can't stop your mind from drifting to the fate of your friends. You dwell on a particular configuration of reminders on your finger. Boing, 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 boing. Sassacred. This doesn't look like it's going anywhere fast. Yep, John is getting his ever-living ass kicked. Good thing Nana's there. Also in the future. But years, not hours. Under bare white branches, a sentry awakens. Nom, nom. Unforgivable. FAQ walkthrough. Z1. Some stuff about captcha codes and punch card alchemy. Is anyone actually reading any of this? Or are they all dead? I don't know if anyone besides us is even alive or playing the game, or if anyone really cares what we have to say. Rose said I should add some stuff to this FAQ, if anything occurred to me. So I guess I'm doing that. I figure at the very least it will be a good reference for just us to use, but Dave probably won't read any of this because he's sort of this whopping stupid horse, but whatever. I finally figured out what those weird codes on the back of captcha log cards are for. Well, maybe not what they're always for, but a way that Spurb has exploited them for an in-game purpose. Every captcha item stamps the card with a unique code, and a gizmo in Spurb called the Punch Designix will punch a unique pattern of holes in a card which is derived from that code. The punch card can then be used with other gizmos to duplicate the item and or combine it with another item. I got to thinking about this, and with my amazing hacker skills, I noticed a trend. The whole pattern is based on a fairly simple cipher, converting the captcha code to binary, and then the binary pattern is punched, where 1 is a punched hole and 0 is an unpunched slot. So, here's the table, just to be clear. 0 is 0, 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4 is 4, 5 is 5, 6 is 6, 7 is 7, 8 is 8, 9 is 9. A is 10, B 11, C 12, etc., all the way down to Z35. Lowercase a is 36, all the way down to Z61. Question mark is 62. Exclamation is 63. There are a couple of oddball characters, exclamation and question mark, at the beginning to bring it up to 63, 0 through 63 equals 64 total, i.e., 6 bits. Cause the binary representation of the capture code characters are 6 bits each, which have a range of 0 to 63. So, for instance, the capture code for this hammer is NZ7UN6BI. Look up the index for N first, which is 49. The binary of 49 is 110001. Keep doing that for all the characters, and you get 110001, 100011, 000111, 011110, 110001, 000110, 001011, 010010. The bits are arranged top to bottom, left to right, in 4 columns, like this. Or punched on a card, like this. Wow, okay, that looks pretty much like shit, but you get the idea. So to combine 2 items, you just overlap 2 punch cards. Only the places where both cards have a hole will show through, so it's sort of like a bitwise AND operation on both cards. The new pattern gives you the code for the new item. For example, combining the code for a hammer, NZ7U and 6BI, and a pogo ride, DQMMJLEK, gives a new code with less holes, obviously, which translates to 126GH48G. That whole pattern went on to make the pogo hammer, which is so rad you have no idea. I've also wondered if you can combine items in other ways, like a bitwise OR, that means combining the cards to get more holes, not less, i.e., the new pattern has a hole for every hole on either card. This pattern would be accomplished by double punching a card, like 2 codes, 1 card. I've got to try that sometime. But there are some mysterious things about all this. First of all, with all the hole slots, there are 48 bits in total, which means there are almost 100 trillion possible codes, and 300 trillion sounds huge. Oh, almost 300 trillion. But when you consider it is supposed to account for all conceivable items, including all the wacky combinations of stuff, it suddenly doesn't seem that big. This leads me to believe that not every combination of item has a viable duplicate. But this is kind of obvious anyway, since there are many combinations of punch cards which will produce either a blank card with an AND, or a totally punched card with an OR. So there are lots of dud combinations out there, and many that will just lead to the same pattern. Like, for instance, a gun and an atom bomb could make some sort of ultimate death ray, but for that matter, a shoehorn and a potted plant could lead to the exact same pattern. So weird. Also, it seems like combined items will always have patterns with either much fewer holes or much more holes than ordinary items, which will occupy the vast meaty middle of all possible patterns. It is strange and counterintuitive that more complex objects have simpler patterns, but hey, there you have it. This is all very, very Gnostic, by the way. But all this sort of makes me guess this system can be cracked in some way. Like if you have a complicated item and you want to extract simpler item components from it, there might be some algorithm for deriving the pattern you want, or at least narrowing down the possibilities. There may also be ways of charting through the simpler patterns on both ends of the bit spectrum, and pinning down the ones that will make cooler stuff. Who knows? I want to ask Jade about this because she's really good at this sort of thing, somehow, even though she doesn't have my elite hacksaw cred. Too bad she makes herself so scarce all the time. Jade, if you ever read this, let me know what you think. Punch card calculator. Right? Looks perfect. I wonder. 1 second, I am going to see what I captcha log as. And also a couple of others. That did not work. Why did that not work? Oh, that worked. Wait. What? .424.2069 is a surprisingly simple code. That is fully punched. Ah, this is fun. Maximum holes. I wonder, I might want to bookmark this for later. SN. I wonder what that stands for. You enter the laboratory. By the way, hi, recursive. Look for mad scientists. There are no scientists to be found, mad or otherwise. Or anyone for that matter. The lab appears to be deserted. There is a kiosk, though. It looks like the kiosk monitors the lab's enormous hub grid. Jade, transportalize as far down as you go. Scientific laboratory? This is as far down as you go. The grand foyer is still a few floors down, but the transportalizer on that level is blocked by one of your grandpa's impressive big game trophies. I'll try that again. The grand foyer is still a few floors down, but the transportalizer on that level is blocked by one of Grandpa's impressive big game trophies, and you just don't think he would cotton to someone moving it. Speaking of which, here are some of his trophies now. He has a million of these ghastly things. Really dislike them. Jade, proceed. So this room is not colored. This is colored orange, and it is filled with suits of armor. You hop down a level. Granddad also likes to accumulate valiant knights from his travel. These are pretty cool, you guess. And also Iron Man. I mean, Dirk is pretty good with robots. Keep going. Pink. And dead things. I wonder whose room this is. Oh yeah, how could you forget about his stash of decrepit mummies? God, you hate these things. Dirk isn't the knight. He simply roleplays as one. Jade, don't stop. Blue. Cyan, to be specific. Yep, literally. This is your grandfather's collection of what he refers to as his beauties. No lovely lady will be fit for his collection unless her portrait has spent at least 20 years bleaching in the front window of a beauty parlor, a sort of establishment he's plundered no less frequently than ancient tombs. You guessed they were sort of like your sisters while growing up, or your mothers, whatever, and you were always encouraged to look up to them. They're all awfully pretty ladies, you suppose, but it was always hard to get as excited about them as Grandpa. Jade, study hard and keep your rifle at the ready. When adventure summons, I know you will rise to the task and take your rightful place among the daughters of Eclectica. That old coot sure is a bag of wind. Complete your descent. You reach the ground level. This is the stupid thing blocking the transportalizer. It is unspeakably hideous. Down to the southeast hall is the grand foyer. You'll have to cross through it to leave the house. It looks like someone's pestering you. Even though you thought you logged off? Answer. Hi again, idiot! Oh no. So I guess today is finally the day you fuck everything up. Oh. Is there nothing I can do to change your mind? You can leave me alone. How can you even be talking to me after I blocked you and after I logged out? You don't get that I am better and smarter than you in every way forever. You don't get that because you are incredibly stupid. I get that you're a jerk and should shut up. Goodbye, you jerk. Garden Gnostic blocked carcinogeneticist at 1306. Rose, look at that kiosk. Wonder which one that is. SN Lab 413? Looks like a mapping of each hub's index. It appears one of the hubs was recently unlocked. Go to the center and do a goofy dance. At the center, you find a little stage that looks perfect for supporting a spectacularly silly dance. Or it would be if standing on it didn't make you a little nervous, and also if that didn't sound like a bad idea given the circumstances. It sort of looks like the various contraptions you've been deploying in John's house. You wonder what it does. Attempt to plug laptop into nearby hub. Oof. Oof. Great, you just vaporized your dead cat. Oh well, ashes to ashes, you guess. There's gotta be a better way to deal with this lousy tree. Examine fetch modus. I'm sure Jasper's is fine. Looks like you can choose between picking leaves or awkwardly uprooting the whole tree, as you've been doing. You select leaf. You also turn off auto balance, since its consequences can be a little mystifying sometimes. You gather up all your items again in an order that places your laptop in a conveniently accessible leaf. You're not sure why you didn't do this a lot sooner. Kind of a funny looking tree now, but your concern for structural elegance is at an all-time low. Find the unlocked hub. As long as you're going to plug in your computer, you might as well find that hub. Here it is, hub SN Lab 413. It is locked and thus removable from the grid. You suspect this was the same beacon transmitting the unsecured signal you were using earlier. You pick the laptop leaf from the tree. You plug the laptop into the hub, and then captcha log the hub and then the laptop. There must be a better place around here to set up your computer. This huge grid of electronics is sort of uninviting. You look around. Hey, what's that? Skynet Laboratory. Unestablished in 3 minutes, 14 seconds. It's another one of those ominous countdowns. You didn't notice it when you first entered the lab about a minute ago. It looks like this one may have been ticking for years. Whatever it's ticking down to, there isn't much time. You can only hope that when you turn on your computer again, there will be a connection invitation from one Mr. Strider. Again in the future. Another timer winds down. Sideways. Ooh. Oh no. Dave. Abscond. Can't abscond, bro. Round 2. Stairs. I told you. I told you about stairs. It keeps happening. What does? You don't have time to humor every random thought that pops into your head. The clock is ticking. Rose, look around for anything else of importance. This looks like something of importance. Uh-oh. It appears to be Skynet's primary session terminal, monitoring the great number of SPURB sessions in the northeastern United States and parts of Canada. Upon further investigation, you draw some logical conclusions. It looks like each session consists of an IP address and a physical location. The colored dots on the map appear to be meteor impact sites. It seems each session corresponds with a meteor, but not all meteors have sessions. I wonder what this means here. Hey! Western New York represent. The color of the dot appears to indicate the status of the meteor's descent. The red dots indicate meteors that have already landed. Yellow dots are imminent collisions. Green will impact later, and blue will take the longest to touch down. You use the panel to center in your precise location and zoom in. Surrounding the lab are, of course, the hundreds of smaller meteors that have been raining down steadily throughout the evening. Most of these meteorites have either landed already or will shortly. Centered over the lab is a significantly larger imminent collision. You can't say precisely how imminent, but you could certainly take an educated stab at it. Just southwest of the lab, centered suspiciously near the location of your house, is an even larger looming collision, though this one appears even slightly less imminent. The terminal looks like it can monitor any meteor or session around the world. Search filters can be applied as well, restricting results based on size, time of impact, location, and so on. You zoom way out and narrow the search based on size. The two at the top left of the list appear to be the biggest by far. You examine only their coordinates. The second biggest is centered over a US city. The biggest by a landslide. Luckily for the Earth, you suppose, way out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Is that Guam? Oh well. Turn on your laptop and check on John. You plug the laptop into the hub again and turn it on. It is now powered and connected to the wireless signal, and the hub is broadcasting. Your SPURB session connects. No sign of John here. You wonder why the house is shaking. Last time you saw him, he was on one of the roof platforms. You will have to navigate via the SPURB interface to find him. Ooh, I get to navigate. Zoom out. Left. Zoom out. Oh, that's zoom in. Up. Up. Get owned! Oof. Boing! Boing! Yes! Hell yes! John, high five Nanakin. Left hanging long enough. Good work, John. Oh, hey, you're back. For now, I'll have to leave again shortly. It looks like there is another large meteor headed for my present location. Oh, so you mean Dave connected with you? Not yet. I will explain later. But I think I've determined that activating the timer in the game is not directly responsible for summoning a meteor to your location. The countdown seems merely to exist as a kind of warning to the player, as well as a strange coincidence. Okay. I don't really think I get it. Is this relevant? Probably not at the moment, and certainly not to you. I have to go. Okay, later. P.S. Try not to waste too much of that grist while I'm gone. John, climb that echelon. All the way up to Boy Skylark? You rocket up the echelon to the dizzying heights of the vaunted Boy Skylark rung. Your new feather is hard-earned and well-deserved, and alarmingly fashionable. Collect fat loots. You and your ceramic pork hollow rejoice in the mound of wealth yielded from your meteoric ascent up the ladder. 11,575. You are still not sure what all these boon dollars can actually get you, but when pulling in such insane loot hand over fist like this, who cares? Not you. Pick up as much grist as you can hold. Your expanded cash limit is more than enough to accommodate the grist windfall. You gather up 2,260 pieces of build grist, 1040 pieces of shale, 490 drops of tar, and 350 drops of mercury. You can't wait to find out what amazing items this new supply of grist will be just barely insufficient to produce. Oh god, there's grist littered down there too. Those stupid ogres were like huge grist pinatas. One of those big sour grape electric Holocaust fruit gushers is jammed in the hole in the platform. You guess there's only one way to get it.
John, don't forget your book. It is your birthright. You ought to give it a read when you have a moment, particularly the first several pages.
Okay, Nana, I will. Hey, Nana?
Yes, dear.
Since I am trying to get up to that gate, and since you can sort of conjure floating beds and throw me around and all, couldn't you just throw me up to the gate?
Yes, of course, John. But that would not serve your purpose well. There is a very good reason why you should build up to it, and then keep building.
Oh, okay. Guess that's what I figured. So, just one more thing. Do you think that instead of telling me exactly why that is, with a clear explanation, you can give me a series of really coy riddles about it and then sort of giggle?
John, you are a very fresh young man. Your father has done such a wonderful job raising you. I am so proud of you both.
I guess.
When you pass through the first gate, everything will change. You will find the place where the constellations dance beneath the clouds, and then your true work may begin. Ooh-hoo-hoo!
I suddenly understand everything. Elsewhere, we find a place
where a kingdom lies entrenched beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness. Oh. Poof. Graveyard stuffers. You are now the Peregrine Mendicant. You are flying westward in your peculiar mobile station. You have no sense of your bearings presently. The door is blocked by a metal column which extended through the entry shaft before liftoff. What will you do? Check mail. This message to Dr. Brinner looks pretty serious. Dr. David Brinner. Attention, serious business. A certain address in Southeast 267th Street, Maple Valley, Washington, 49038. I wonder if one of our protagonists lives there. Open envelope. Never! The mail is sacred, and sacred is the trust between the postman and the recipients of his precious parcels. You have made a solemn pledge to deliver this letter to the doctor, just as soon as you determine where the address is, or find any sort of discernible mailing address in this wasteland, for that matter. The mail is freedom. The mail is life. The mail is the very fabric of Wait, hold that thought for a moment. The mail is the one hope for resurrecting a dead planet from its ashes, and its letter carriers are the brave soldiers of God in the righteous crusade. They are the defenders of the light of knowledge, free communication, and the exchange of ideas. They are the bold toters of all those little papery conduits of freedom, the white postmarked angels that whisper a message on their deliverance, a promise to the yearning. There is hope yet. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection. Mail. Examine keyboard and screen. It's the terminal you use to activate the station's homing mechanism. It looks like it has now returned control to you. The default viewport displays commands previously entered, including your last and only command. Home. Type View. You type another one of the previously entered commands. It switches to the view of a young girl standing alone somewhere. There is a heavy amount of video interference of some sort. This girl seems familiar to you. Greetings. Don't I know you? Oh. Boom. Unestablished in 1 minute 43 seconds. Rose refused to acknowledge the absurd tea set. You successfully disregard the tea set because it's stupid and shouldn't be in a place like this. You probe further into the lab. Looks like a little girl's room. This all strikes you as a bit odd. No time for messing around in here, though. Oh, there's wizard dolls and cats. Rose, wear the scarf. Be the rider. The baby. Okay, maybe you'll do a little messing around. You are only human after. What's that? You are accosted by a friendly mutant kitten. John, resist great urge to take the wedged shale. You know you should grab this thing, but you are suddenly feeling apprehensive about entering your father's room. With all the scampering about, it almost slipped your mind how much you hate his hideous clowns. No use putting it off any longer. There's only one thing left to do. Give me a D. Give me an E. Give me an S. Give me a C. John, jump down. Jade, scamper into grand foyer with wild abandon. Last scamper. You scamper your heart out and bump into something. You don't know why he always insists on keeping it so dark in here. Oh, look, it was one of his dumb globes. These things make it awfully difficult to navigate the foyer. We get it, Granddad. You like to travel around the world and go on adventures and stuff. Lousy goddamn stupid globes. Arm yourself. Grandpa will surely have stern words for you if he catches you without your trusty rifle at the ready. That's just what you need, another one of his blustering, mustachioed diatribes. You are rolling your eyes in advance, getting them warmed up. But ideally, you can evade him altogether. All you have to do is get past the fireplace and out the front door, and you will be scot-free. Examine those chaps on the sofa. They are the Manor's 4 distinguished house guests. They like to gather here by the fireplace for tea time, as well as pretty much all other times. It's all very mannerly and civilized. You know exactly what's going to happen if you try to sneak by. The fireplace is going to light up, and your grandpa's silhouette is going to appear in front of the fire to give you a good spook. He is so predictable. And there he goes. The old man. Pass the flame. The big man has the rock. Yes. You suppose you could still manage to sneak by the crafty old man if you are fast enough. Avoiding an encounter would be ideal. Encounters with him are usually intense. Leap dramatically across the divide. Whoops! You guess an encounter with him is almost certain now, but most likely not for a while. Time to see what someone else is up to. Oh, let's say Dave. Strife! Aw, snap. Preload or psych out. Aggrieve. Yes, I am going out with this gun. No, I will not get a bigger one. No, I will not take yours. I can't even lift it. Oh, that is so preposterous. Do you even hear what you're saying? I will be fine. This is a perfectly deadly gun, and it shoots lots of incredibly deadly bullets. Oh, will you just stop it? I am going now. Goodbye. Love you. Jade, abscond. He was so much easier to deal with when he was alive. PM, miraculously survive. PM, peer out explosion hole. Oh! You brought the letter back. Oh, baby. Rose, refuse to acknowledge the absurd kitten. You fail miserably. Yes. I mean, the parcel mistress is indeed delivering letters, and at least one of them might be going to Pennsylvania. Oh, look, there's some mad science crap going. There's some more mad science crap over here. Rose, insert coin. This weird arcade gizmo adapted to this setup obviously doesn't take coins anymore, assuming it ever did. Besides, you left all your coins on the fridge, remember? Rose, let's play a game. This doesn't appear to be a game. It appears to be an appearifier. Screw around with the appearifier. You mess with the controls. Hey! Jaspers is alive! Or at least he was in the past. According to the timestamp, this was almost 9 years ago. You try to move the crosshairs with the joystick, but it seems to be permanently locked on a specific target. You might be able to unlock it, but you clearly don't have much time to horse around with this thing. Minus 3140 days. Time 1613. You zoom out. It looks like you and Jaspers were having one of your sessions. You weren't making a lot of progress, though, because Jaspers was no doubt being characteristically recalcitrant. You possibly jotted this phrase down in your pad. It's hard to remember, though. Wait, could this be that day? Cause-time paradox. You attempt to appearify Jaspers. This would surely cause a time paradox, because you can plainly see that he has not told you his secret yet. But it seems the machine has a safety mechanism to prevent such irresponsible appearification practices. The paradox ghost imprint of Jaspers appearifies instead, and quickly settles into a mound of sludge. The machine beside it sucks up the paradox sludge and begins some sort of automated procedure. It seems whatever sort of primordial biochemical properties the sludge possesses are being evaluated by the device. The device generates a fetal paradox clone of Jaspers. The wretched creature exhibits a number of unfortunate mutations, though. The good news is that it will be mercifully unestablished along with this facility shortly. This is also bad news. Whoever was operating this machine in the past may have been making unsuccessful attempts to perfect the science of ectobiology. Have a flashback. There is no need for a flashback. Conveniently, you can watch what happened right here on the monitor. You roll the clock forward a few seconds. Jaspers reveals his stunning secret to you in strict confidence. Before you could ask him to clarify, he vanished into thin air. You now believe you understand why. However, you were not the one to appearify him from this moment. Your hand was nowhere near the controls just now. A couple of weeks after he vanished, his body washed up along the riverbank. His suit was a mess. Your mother fitted him with a new one just before the absurd funeral service she insisted upon. Rose, trace Jasper's whereabouts on the machine. You roll the clock forward to a week after he vanished. It seems there is no accessible feed tracing his whereabouts during that time frame. You fast forward another week. There he is, just as you found him. Rose, fast forward to now. I have a feeling this will turn out alright. Meow, 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 meow. This kitten. Hey! He's alright! Wait a minute. What was that? Could it be? Be the rider. Wear the scarf. She loves the horse. Her name is Maplehoof. Nay. It's Jasper's! He's alive! Okay, well, he's still dead, but his body is intact. Turns out it wasn't some kind of disintegratificator like you thought. It's more like an escapalizer. A purified Jasper's immediately. Hey! Good thing you finally got all this sorted out. You only have 10 seconds to spare. Time to stash the dead cat in Amscray. Stop fooling around and transportalize out of here. Pretty decent escapalization. Jade, locate and feed the devil beast you call a pet. Good luck finding him. If he wants to be found, he will find you. Becquerel has always managed to elude your prognosticative faculties. He is completely invisible to your intuition somehow, a property almost totally unique to him. It used to freak you out a little, but you have long since grown accustomed to it. Huh? Oh, it was nothing. Nothing at all. Moving right along. Retrieve the package you expected to arrive. The birthday package you were expecting from John arrived months late, and yet, right on time. It landed over there past the crumbling monument, a satellite to the greater mystic ruins at the center of the crater lagoon. John, triple somersault into room, etc. Stick the landing. Okay, you do that. You are now in your dad's room. Where are all the clowns? You spot your dad's briefcase beside you. It probably contains all sorts of clues, or at least various forms and paperwork critical to his trade as a hilarious street performer. Snoop. Oh, yeah. Here come the secrets. Get ready for some major revelation. Wait a minute. These are just boring business documents and spreadsheets. What the hell is going on here? John, examine your dad's room. Kind of a boring room. Just a businessman. Not all that into clowns, you guess. Most shocking twist yet. Who's this douchebag? Oh. Calm down. It'll be alright. So, all those years, while you believed he was out busking up the corners with hilarious antics, he was working as an ordinary businessman all along. He was just a man trying to make a good, honest living for his son. Maybe he was too embarrassed to tell you the truth? Or maybe it was just that you'd never bothered to ask. You guess you always just assumed. The human prisoner has broken out of his jail cell yet again. Attempts to block the cell door with heavy objects have proven futile. I mean, there is Betty Crocker in there. That's horrifying. Boom. You're gonna need a bigger safe. Who's this guy? Enter name. Spade Slick? Got a nice ring to it. But you know your own name, and that damn well ain't your name. Take another stab at it. State name and rank. Okay. You are the Archagent Jack Noir. You oversee various affairs of the Dark Kingdom. Presently, you are determining how to deal with this prisoner, who's been a thorn in your side ever since he was apprehended. You view the affairs of the kingdom through a series of fenestrated walls. You have 3 walls, nearly enough to form a cubicle of vigilance, which is a full and proper enclosure for an agent of your stature. However, much to your utter contempt, your 4th wall was stolen some time ago. Jack, don comical hat. This frivolous headdress turns your stomach. You'd sooner stick your head in a furnace than coax it into this monstrosity's loathsome, colorful maw. It's bad enough that your exalted ruler ordered everyone to drape themselves in these hideous rags the moment the troublesome human with the pipe and his child showed up. But you draw the line at the hat. Call a minion. You order one of your boiliest agents to the scene. He brings something heavier this time. Your transmission is interrupted. It seems your glorious monarch has concerns over your wardrobe. Fine. You begrudgingly don the comical hat. Stupid, lousy, wise, and just leader. What a royal pain in the ass. Throw hat down in disgust. You fully intend to once your superior stops breathing down your neck for a second. Wait, what now? Get wrecked. Your blood is boiling so hot you could cook an egg in your carapace. Looks like you'll have to go handle this by yourself. John, investigate room for anything Dad may have left behind. It seems there are some unopened birthday presents which Dad didn't get around to giving you yet. Present time! Open a present to see what's inside. The one on the right seems promising. You open it to see what's inside, and oh god, yes. Fetch Modus control deck. Bonus capture log pack and fetch modus inside. Incredible Silodex behavioral conglomeration at your fingertips. Obtain sweet loot. You tear into this thing and put a mean peep on the sweet loot. In addition to the modus control deck, you got a bonus array fetch modus, plus another 12 cards, which are practically worthless by this point, but hey, you'll take them. First thing you do is flush the extra cards into your deck. Okay, really, this is just way too many cards. Equip Array Fetch Modus. The Array Modus allows you to store and retrieve any item from any card at any time. It seems exceptionally serviceable, albeit difficult to weaponize. Boring. Read instructions for control deck. There's nothing to read, really. You just pop some Modus cartridges in the slots, fire it up, and see what happens. You start by putting the stack and queue modi in the slots. Your Silodex now behaves like both a stack and a queue. Items can be removed from either the top card or the bottom card. You see no reason at all not to jam the array cartridge in there too. You make sure to blow the dust out first, of course. Your Silodex reconfigures itself into an array of distinct queue stacks. Now we're talking. This is just the sort of needless complexity you have come to expect from your inventory management system. And also the Turing test. Unwrap the smallest present first. You have a staunch policy of always saving the biggest present for last. Always. You receive a box of delicious fruit gushers. Oh, could this birthday get any better? You don't think so. Open the big one. You thought wrong. That's such a cute outfit. Yes! Little suit. Fill up an entire Q stack with shoes. Okay, awesome. Q stack full of shoes. Capsulog fruit gushers. Dang, you spaced out and put it in the wrong Q stack. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of this thing. Closely inspect fruit gushers box. Massive tropical brain hemorrhage. So delicious, you can't wait to capsulog one of these packs and make like a million gushers. Screw all this building nonsense. You'd rather make candy. Wait a minute. What's that? It can't be. The heinous batter witch has her gnarled claws in everything. What do gushers have to do with baked goods anyways? Why does this make sense? Why? Why? John, mental breakdown. Cool fructose monsoon. Kiwi mango colonic rush. Wicked watermelon groin injury. Mixed berry social anxiety disorder. Neon green ectofacial blast. Ranch dressing rampage. This is stupid. Jade, retrieve package. Strife. Arraign. Arsenalize. Artillerate. Armamentify. Arf. Go fetch. Oh. Good dog. Best friend. Oh my god. She falls asleep. Good dog. Rose, check self for any mixed atoms with cat. Nope, no mixed atoms. Looks like you and the kitty kept your genes to yourselves. Your new kitty, whose name is... you'll think of one later. Hey, where the heck are you anyway? Look around room. Oh, you're back home. The well-stocked bar and the vantage from the window tells you this is your mom's room. Or at least what you thought was her room. You decide not to be especially melodramatic about this revelation. It seems like your mom's room was the lab. And she had that pretty pink bed and all of the stuffed animals. Watch the meteor impact. That's funny. Shouldn't that place be unestablished by now? The downpour of smaller meteors has stopped. Oh, Better get out of here. This room is a powder keg with all this booze lying around. John, get down to business. Suddenly, you are feeling very businessmanlike for some reason. You just punched a shitload of cards in anticipation of making a whole lot of cool stuff. This time, you didn't foolishly destroy any items. You just looked at the codes for some objects you rounded up and punched them on blank cards. You wonder how much alchemizing you can get away with before Rose gets back. As if she's got any right to tell you what to do with your hard-earned grist. You're the one running around here putting your ass on the line. All she's got to do is mess around with her computer. Anyway, you better hurry. Jade, dream. Beep, 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 beep. Prng. Dream Jade. Jade bot. You are now dreaming. Your dream bot is awake and active. Obliquely foreshadow future through interpretive dance. Your silly dance foreshadows nothing and is essentially meaningless. But it sure is a lot of fun. Quick, get into bed. You climb into bed and try to get comfortable, but some sort of invisible force is pressing down on you, a strange feeling of cold, heavy metal. This happens every time you try to get into bed. No wonder you can never get any sleep. Realize you can fly. There is not much to realize. Of course you can fly. Open the package. You stop all this flying around nonsense and examine John's birthday package. Unfortunately, you cannot open it yet. This package has an important journey to make first. You are planning on delivering it momentarily. Good thing you already know what's inside, otherwise you would surely be consumed by curiosity and suspense. You sincerely pity anyone who might be forced to endure such a fate. Months in the past. Enough for the above weather to be seasonably reconcilable. Ghosty Trickster began pestering Garden Gnostic. Hey, happy birthday, Jade! Oh, yay! Thank you, John! Phew. Okay, I got your present in the mail just in time. Plus, I sent Rose's, and Dave's, too. Why do your guys' birthdays gotta be all bunched together like that? You are running me ragged. I know, but it is nice of you to think of us all like that. I can't wait for you to see what I got you. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but hopefully it will help you solve those problems you've been having lately. Mysterious wink. I'm sure it is great. I can't wait either. It might take a while to get here from there, but it will be worth the wait. Oh man, I am such an idiot. I forgot how long it takes to send you stuff. Ah! John, that's okay, really. I'm sure it will get to me exactly when it needs to, and it will be a nice surprise when it does. Okay, well, I hope so. Hold on. Okay, I'm back, sorry. I had to tell someone to go away. Oh god, the trolls again? Yup. They have been such a pain in the ass lately. It seems there are so many. There are like either 50 of these jackasses, or it's one guy with a lot of alt accounts. I never had any sort of feeling about them or what they want, which is kind of weird. But it seems to me like they probably are all different people, and not one guy. I have counted 12. What do they want with us? Some people just like to needle others for some reason, John. It is like a game, I guess. They are like pranksters. Oh, hell no. Shittiest pranksters ever. But I think they are mostly harmless. Every so often, they manage to get through my block filter and hassle me. It's been going on for years. Some of them are kind of funny, I think. Oh, wow, what? Years? Okay, well, I am sick of them. I've been thinking of changing my Pester Chum handle to throw them off the trail. So I guess I'm gonna do that. John, make totems. You have already carved a few totems, but you have had to return to the living room for more Cruxite dowels. Your carving work is not nearly complete. Every time you re-enter your room, you shudder at the recent handiwork of some mischievous imps. You just can't turn your back on them for a second. Rotten imps. Those posters were like children to you. Rose, flee room. At long last, you have returned to your bedroom with a stable power supply and internet connection. Vodka Mutini purrs at your side. You suppose you will call it Moody for short. Pester John. That's quite a totem collection. What are you planning? Oh, whoa, hi! Oh, gonna make some stuff. Are you okay? Hasn't your house been on fire for like 5 hours now? No, that was the nearby forest, which up until quite recently would have been best described as on fire. But you may be excited to learn that just as recently, my house finally notched that achievement. Wow. Congrats, I guess? Thank you. Have you seen Dave? Nah, his bro is probably busy kicking his ass. That's probably all there is to say on the matter. Okay, I'm going to start putting this grist to use too. Let's be sparing with the frivolous knick-knack breeding and focus on getting you up to the gate, okay? Yeah, okay, I hear you, but I think we'll have plenty. I've been killing imps all over the house, and now it's lousy with gushers. Gushers? I mean grist. Serves them right for ruining my posters. The bastards. Which posters? Don't you see? My sweet movie posters. Look at them. They're fucking ruined. John. Hmm? Are you suggesting that imps are responsible for defacing your movie posters? Yeah? Your posters have looked like that ever since I first saw your room. The moment we started playing this game. I thought you had defaced them ironically, to mock your father's interests. John? Very funny, Rose. Ha 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 ha. Nice joke. Great joke there, Rose. Top of the line prank. Hee hee. Ha 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 ha. This is good. Laughter is probably the best way to avoid being especially melodramatic about the revelation. Yes, yes! Let's keep this joke going! Because it is such a good one! Ah ha ha ha! Oh my! Ah ha ha ha! Ah ha ha! WV. Descend. You cannot descend from the top of your mobile station. The loose cable you gathered up and tied together is not yet long enough to allow you to reach the ground safely. You have used all the cable you can find. You will have to come up with another plan. Sacrifice your mayoral sash for more cables. No way! Absolutely not! What? Are you crazy? A mayor does not relinquish his mayoral sash under any circumstances ever. Period. Purify the temple. That's such a dumb idea. Not as dumb as using your sash, but it comes close. That temple is way too big. You'd probably just end up purifying a chunk of useless, boring rock. Wait, what's that? There's something dangling from the top of one of the towers near the temple. Command Serenity to carry the rope to you. She is a tiny insect and cannot possibly lift more than the weight of a pumpkin seed. She does, however, inform you of what the ledge contains through a series of informative blinks. There is an old rusty harpoon lodged in the crumbling rock. Tied to it is a bunched up jumble of handy cable. This strikes you as convenient. It is almost as if someone knew you would need a bunch of cable, and that you would have a mayoral sash made out of that cable, and that you were particularly attached to that mayoral sash and would stubbornly refuse to use it. Anyone who knew that would surely possess a special gift. Alas, it seems a bit far-fetched. Get ye rope. Okay, we've established that it was a cable and not a rope, but that's okay. You take a hearty swig from one of your delicious ponds and put it down. Then, you quickly adjust the coordinates to purify the jumble of handy cable. Mr. Mayor! Oh, of course. The time wasn't set to the present moment. It somehow got reset to a few hundred years ago. It is some sort of present, from the past. In the present. Attached is an envelope. It looks extremely important. You open the envelope. Inside is a letter and another envelope. This is all highly confusing to you, and you do not know what to make of it. Still, it is obviously critical mayoral business, which you take very seriously, and you will defend this package with your life. Try to purify the cable again. You set the time to the present and purify the jumble of cable. Take obvious course of action. You tie all the cable together and carefully lower your precious pumpkin bindle. You then rappel down the station with the package, which must not leave your side. Years in the future. Which is to say, the present moment precisely. An aimless renegade prepares for company. Rose, build as much as you can, as fast as you can. Okay, while I make some stuff here, can you keep an eye out for imps? Just to keep safe, or just keep the safe or tub handy, or something. It'll serve them right for trashing my posters. I keep telling you, the posters were always like that. And I keep telling you, haha, very funny. Here, look. Yeah, I saw those, but they didn't look like that before. You must have changed them. Even if I had the motive for such a bizarre and pointless deception, where would I find the time? I don't even have Photoshop. Then why didn't you tell me they were there? I had no reason to think you were not aware of them. I thought they were strange, certainly, but was not struck by any particular impulse to discuss them. Okay, it still doesn't make sense, though. Implying that I drew them a while ago and then forgot and couldn't see them and now suddenly see them. That's stupid. What would that even mean? It looks like you were in your father's room recently. Yeah. And how did it make you feel to discover what was in there? Oh, no, I just realized you were going to therapify me. Well, don't bother. Maybe I am just being a friend? Maybe. Eyes suspiciously. Anyway, I guess you saw what's in there. It's boring, and there's not much to even see. That doesn't matter. What matters is how seeing it affected you. I think it clearly has in some way. Well, I don't know. At first, I was nervous to go in and find more of his weird clowns, because of course they are stupid, and I hate them a lot. But then, when I didn't see any, it was weird. I felt weirdly, disappointed almost. Is it fair to say this changed your perception of your father? Yeah, I guess. Is it such a stretch to conclude it changed your perception of other things as well? Uh, no, maybe not. But what are you getting at? It sounds like you're saying I'm crazy. John, alchemize. I don't like the word crazy. Oh, God, see, this is therapy bullshit. That was a joke. But anyway, whether it means you are crazy or not, consider this theory. Your presumably long-standing tendency for scrawling this imagery is really your subconscious trying to suppress something disturbing within you, possibly something from your past, which you have blocked out. And since you have suppressed it, your conscious self cannot acknowledge the drawings, therefore they have been invisible until now. Why now? Perhaps because you have seen evidence that conflicts with the worldview your subconscious has constructed to obfuscate the truth. That your dad was not necessarily the clown-loving maniac you thought he was. All along, this negative attribute buried in your psyche may have been projected onto him, and subsequently reviled, as a sort of defense mechanism. But this is absurd. My dad loves these shitty clowns. He's got all these statues and paintings everywhere. Is it unthinkable that over the years it was he who believed you were the one with a passion for clowns? Because of all of the strange drawings in your room? A father then embraces a son's hobby to establish a stronger bond, or wages a campaign of passive-aggressive mockery of your interests. Either is plausible. I don't know your dad that well. I don't know. Not sure about all this, but I think we need to stop and acknowledge the bunny sassacre fedora I just made. It's awesome. Yeah. Wow, what are you doing, by the way? Rose, sorry to say, but this is all looking kind of silly. I'm trying to spread the upward construction around so there's a more substantial foundation for later on. but I'm starting to wonder if it will be strong enough. It's kind of starting to wobble a little. I don't think brick chimneys were meant to serve this architectural purpose. Yeah, no shit. I might have to adopt a different building strategy. Stick to more load-bearing walls and blockier shapes, especially since grist has been easier to come by lately. Okay, but you really must be running low on time by now, right? Right. Strider! Jade, dream up extra arms and play advanced bass solo. The beginning of something really excellent. Right? Hey! It's my jam! Prospect. It appears to be coming into eclipse with Skya. Change Wardrobifier to cycle through star, heart, horseshoe. Okay, good idea. You leave the moon in the cycle, though. You leave the moon in the cycle, though, 'cause you like it. Go explore the Golden City. Wait, that heart symbol. That's different. Huh, they really are just the Lucky Charms ones. Yes! It is this early, isn't it? Oh, fascinating stuff. They foreshadowed that all the way here. Leprechaun romance! Also, in case the other foreshadowing missed you, long, coarse, green Kermit dick was already mentioned as well. Go explore the Golden City. Plush puppet ass. Prong of foam bereft a home. Go and make a new friend. She kind of looks familiar. Greetings. Don't I know you? WV. Eat letter and envelope. Will you cut that out? You have company. Look behind you. See, over there. Read letter. Dear Mr. Mayor. Go here! Give present. Hooray! Oh, please do this. The freedom of your people depends on it. Your friend. Oh no. Breck. Run for cover! Hurry! Give present! Hooray! To Miss Mail Lady. gracefully fly to the other golden tower. You decide to check in on your neighbor. Inspect neighbor's tower. It is very much the same as your own. The only difference is that this one is home to a young boy instead of a young girl. That's debatable. You peer through the window. John is, of course, sound asleep. Looks as though he is having troubled dreams, as usual. You cannot disturb his slumber, though. He will wake up when he is ready. Speaking of John, you wonder if he got the birthday present you sent him. Or, for that matter, if you even remembered to send it. Darn, you get so confused sometimes. If only you had some system in place to help you remember things. Your moon is getting very close to Skya. You had better go inside soon. It is never a very good idea to be outside during an eclipse. Maybe you can take the opportunity to log onto your computer and ask John about his present. You just know he will think it is awesome, and it will be a great way to thank him for the wonderful present he got you. John, alchemize in a 1980s time-lapse montage. That would be pretty cool, and would promote the appearance to the audience that a whole lot was getting done in not much time, but it also sounds like kind of a pain in the ass, so you decide to play it straight up this time. Rose has moved the alchemeter back down to the deck while she reworks the building project up there. Just as well, because it will save you a lot of legwork. Between this thing, the Designix, and the lathe, that's a whole lot of scrambling around. Recombine hammer and pogo ride. This time, instead of overlapping and the two cards, which created the pogo hammer, you use the two codes to double punch, or a blank card, producing a different hole pattern. The result is the Hammerhead Pogo Ride. It doesn't look like it's as much fun as the original ride, but to be fair, it's probably a lot safer. Double punching cards creates patterns with more holes, rather than less holes by overlapping cards. This strikes you as a viable method for combining more than two items without whittling down too much holes, well, too few holes, or too many. Just mix up the overlaps and double punches, and the sky's the limit. Combine Ghost Shirt and Suit. It's almost like you have to undulate back and forth between those two extremes. Like a pair of snakes intertwined around each other. An Urobo. Combine Ghost Shirt and Suit. Green Slime Ghost Suit. You make the Green Slime Ghost Suit. Pretty swanky, but you are not completely satisfied with the wardrobe upgrade yet. Combine Ghost Suit and Wise Guy Book. Ghost Suit or Wise Guy Book. Wise Guy Slime Suit. 1 grist, 5 shale, 10 tar. You make the Wise Guy Slime Suit. This is so much better. It seems there are lots of secret trickstery gimmicks concealed in— oh shit, there go the cards! Combine glasses and PDA. PDA and glasses equals serious business goggles. 6 grist, 3 tar, 6 mercury. You make the serious business goggles. This is a pretty nice hands-free communication solution, and it makes you look way cooler, like one of the Spy Kids or something. God, that was a good movie. Real spies, only smaller. I feel attacked. I really liked that movie. John, combine sledgehammer, telescope, and Sassacre text. Hammer, or Sassacre, and telescope equals telescopic Sassacrusher. 250 shale, 10 tar, 50 mercury. You make the telescopic Sassacrusher at pretty considerable expense. This thing could probably pound an ogre into a crude burger. Of course, you have no hope of lifting it whatsoever. Combine gushers and blue ectoplasm. Gushers and ectoplasm equals hellacious blue phlegm aneurysm gushers. 24 grist, 24 build, 30 shale, 18 mercury. You mix your gushers with some of the blue slime Nana left on the wall to make a box of hellacious blue phlegm aneurysm gushers with ghostly healing properties. These should be convenient, if somewhat unappetizing. Combine fake arm, blue ectoplasm, and PDA. Arm and ectoplasm, or PDA. Remote Ghost Gauntlet. 32 build, 128 tar. You make the Remote Ghost Gauntlet. It looks like when you put on the special computer glove, it lets you control the big slimy ghost hand. The Ghost Gauntlet appears to have a considerably higher lift capacity than your own puny arms. Combine Ghost Gauntlet and Bathroom Mirror. Ghost Gauntlet and Mirror equals left-handed Remote Ghost Gauntlet. Equal price. You make a left-handed Remote Ghost Gauntlet to complete the pair, because you don't see why the hell not. Combine Umbrella and Straight Razor. Umbrella and Straight Razor equals Barber's Best Friend. 2 shale, 8 mercury. You make the Barber's best friend. It suddenly seems worthwhile to you to go nab that umbrella kind strife specialist that's been lying in the study for a while. Combine Gushers and Shaving Cream. Betty Crocker Barbasol Bomb. You make a deadly Betty Crocker Barbasol Bomb. Be careful with that thing, Jesus. Combine Ghost Dad poster with... Okay, you have a cool idea for something to do with your Ghost Dad poster, but it looks like you drew shit all over that one too, without realizing it. Lousy goddamn stupid subconscious. Anyway, you think you have an idea how to clean it up. Capsulog Punch Heath Ledger Joker figurine. If you can somehow subtract the code of the Joker figurine from the code of the poster, it might work. Luckily, the Joker code only has 2 holes, making the task very simple. The defaced Cosby poster shares those holes. You determine that the defaced Cosby could only result from a double punching with the Joker, if your theory is correct. This means that the original Cosby poster had one of these holes punched, or the other, or neither, making 3 total possibilities. You try out all 3 possible codes, yielding 1 potted plant, worth 1 build grist. 1. Painting of a horse attacking a football player, 425 mercury. And, certainly much less expensive than it would be in real life to purchase such a majestic work of art. Nay. And 1 clean Cosby poster. 1 build, 1 shale. Success. Combine Cosby poster with computer. You make the Cosby Top computer. This thing is probably a useless piece of shit, but making it has caused you to feel an alarming sense of satisfaction. Combine Dad's hat and Problem Sleuth Game. Fedora and Candy Corn. 5 build. You make another ordinary fedora with 4 pieces of candy corn inside. Combine Hammer and Problem Sleuth Game. Wow. Whatever this item is, you cannot make it yet. 30,000 build, 90,000 of some unknown thing, 6,000 mercury, 180,000 of something else, and 1 of something else probably even more expensive. You cannot make it yet. It requires a ludicrous amount of grist, some types of which you have not even encountered. Combine Iron and Pogo Hammer. The Wrinkle Fucker. 55 build, 44 shale, 66 tar. Hiss! You make the Wrinkle Fucker. So much sweet loot, you'd almost think it was simultaneously your birthday and Christmas or something. Of course, you know that is ridiculous and could never conceivably happen. Dave, Strife! By Toby Fox.
cheap piece of shit. Owned. Bro just kicked my ass. That's really all there is to say on the matter. Jade pester John. Garden Gnostic began pestering ectobiologist at 1325. It's happening. Those look familiar. Whoa, what was that? She continued to pester ectobiologist. You take a moment to gather your thoughts after your dream. While you are asleep, it can get very confusing figuring out what is really happening and what isn't, especially during the eclipse when you are exposed to many visions of the past, present, and future through a variety of cloud mirages. It is only after you wake up that you are able to start making sense of it all, and your reminders help you do this. But on reflection, there wasn't much in the dream about the future. You were quite surprised to see your dog in your dream, though. It was the first time the crafty guardian has ever appeared in a dream. You have learned that today is his birthday, just like it is for your other best friend. You have always wondered about this, and never had the chance to throw him a party or bake him a cake. Now you can! But if you do, it seems that you will need a lot of candles. Beck has never allowed you to enter the mystic ruins for reasons you never understood.
You always assumed it was on account of your protection, but your dream has strongly suggested to you that that is where you need to go now, since your dream bot is secured in its chamber and does not need to be looked after. Beck is taking a nap in the grand foyer, as he usually does. Perhaps you can take advantage of this and sneak out of the house another way? Grab your harpoon gun. Oh, yes, of course. One of the reminders you have on your fingers, one of your reminders tells you that you still have a package to deliver too. This way, you can kill two birds with one harpoon gun. Use harpoon to zipline into the great outdoors. Pachoo! Zip. Rose, finish building. Ooh, that looks much nicer. Architectural perfection. Dave, mourn the loss of Cal. See you, little dude. If you had any more apple juice, you would pour some out for your homie. You'll have to remember to double check your closet for more juice. Go get a goddamn new sword. Perhaps you will, but if you do, it looks like you'll have to break it first. Perfectly good strife specialist down the toilet. Thanks, bro. Captcha log beta. You try to grab the beta, but you forgot your Silodex is completely packed. You wonder why you jammed all this useless crap in here in the first place. Maybe you assumed you would weaponize it all during one of your customary hash rat battles with your bro, but in retrospect, that probably would have been a huge chore and would have made the battle drag on forever. It's like, what are you, made of time? Nope, not made of time. That's someone else. Eject your modus and set it to Scrabble values. You dump all this crap all over the roof. You then set your modus to the Scrabble hash function for some reason. This function always makes it a little less intuitive to calculate hash values for items, and therefore more cumbersome to rap with. But you guess that's kind of a moot point now that your bro flew off fuck knows where. His mysterious ways transcend irony once again. Get beta. You get the beta 3111, now yielding a radically different hash value with the Scrabble function, which is to say radically the exact same value. Pester Rose. Okay, I got it. I hope you appreciate how much gross spongy proboscis I had to fillet to get this game. Hello? What are you doing? Anyway, I'm going downstairs now and installing this thing. Later. You have finally finished your building project. You have done all you can do for John. You don't think you can provide much assistance against all those ogres this time, but at least now John appears to be armed to the teeth. All there is left to do is wait for Dave. Captcha log and send John code for his present. That would certainly hasten the parcel's delivery, but the gift is not finished yet. You have spent months accelerating your knitting skills to be able to make the gift of perfect sentimental appeal. You have even incorporated a cherished heirloom that you have had as long as you can remember. When he sees your staggering gesture of sentimentality, he will finally understand. He will understand that in the game of facetious sentimental gestures, no one gets the best of Rose Lalonde. Months in the past. Dear Rose. Crappy, sorry. Happy birthday! Thanks for being such a great friend all these years. I know you like to make it out like you're playing it cool and don't care much about people in your life. But I know deep down you really do. Hell, not even that deep down. It's like your subconscious is having a wet t-shirt contest, and you being all aloof is this totally soggy shirt doing no good at all at hiding nothing. Oh, wait, it looks like two can play at this game of cracking all these highfalutin psychology books. Aw, snap! But yeah, I got you this because I think you're really creative, and you could make something nice with it if you put your mind to it. And it might help you take your mind off a lot of all this serious business you're always absorbed in. You know, all this weirdo pseudo-gothy stuff or whatever. Frankly, it's kind of depressing. Anyway, you're the best, Rose. Have a rad 13th. I will catch up with you guys soon. God, you're all so old. Ghosty Trickster. John. Rose. Answer. Grim Auxiliatrix has begun trolling Tentacle Therapist. Yes! Yes! Ah! I mean, yay. Why is it that when the subject of temporal mechanics is broached, your sparing human intellects instantly assume the most ingratiating posture of surrender imaginable? Time is not that difficult to understand. It is a utility that a universe may resort to in order to advance a desired degree of complexity, or may not resort to if that is the case. It's all pretty pedestrian, but no. When time travel comes up, you present the face that a man shows when the breeze gradually alerts him to the absence of his nether dressings. I don't see how we are to properly agitate you. It, I don't see how we are to properly agitate you all if you continue to insist on failing to understand basic concepts which common infants effortlessly manage to describe via scrawlings in their own puddles of sloppy discharge. Have we spoken before? Yes, in the future. You and your friends never cease to invent ways to strengthen the credibility of your assertions. Oh my, it is your human sarcasm again. I enjoy listening to it, and wish doing so could serve as my primary form of recreation. There, see, I just did it too, saying the complete opposite thing to emphasize my contempt. But suddenly I feel more primitive and hate myself a little more. It was like this funny little miracle that just happened in my heart. I would admire the sophistication of you and your fellow future dwellers a little more if you seem to be aware the word human only functions as that sort of adjective in bad science fiction. But I won't be rude and change the subject. There's still a bit of unflagellated straw poking out of your rhetorical effigy over there. Oh, dear. No, we aren't from the future. But we are all already in agreement that you don't get it and never will. I thought you said we spoke in the future. We did. Your future. For me, it was only a couple minutes ago. I understand. You exist in some temporal stratum through which you have communication access to various points of my timeline. It's not that complicated. Yes, that's right. Will you try to talk some sense into your idiot friends, so that we may proceed to bother them all on more rational terms? I try to every day, with mixed results. But you see, it's not that I don't understand you, it's that I don't believe you, because it's nonsense, albeit persistent and coordinated nonsense. Why would a bunch of temporarily dislocated trolls want to harass a group of friends throughout completely random points in time? I will admit this campaign of provocation wasn't all that well thought out. Don't tell anyone I said that. All right, maybe you should get some trolling tips from us humans. Our sparing intellects are probably better suited for it. Yeah, maybe. Why don't we be friends? You want to be my friend? I think so. I think we're supposed to. You suggested as much earlier. You mean I did in the future? Yes, a couple minutes ago. Probably because I remembered you having mentioned it in the conversation we're having now? That's likely. Your commitment to this role playing scenario is intriguing. What choice do I have but to accept? Hmm. What a rad pair of sunglasses. And also the ones on his face. Dear Dave, yo, sup? Shit. Happy birthday! I just wanted to take a break from telling you how much your gay butt stinks all the time and say what an awesome friend you are. Seriously, on any other day, I would be downplaying how you aren't really as cool as you think you are, but just between you and me, I think you might actually be that cool. I think you just gotta get out of. I just think you just gotta get out of your bro's shadow and spread your wings, dude. So I got you these. They're totally authentic. They actually touch Ben Stiller's weird, sort of gaunt face at some point. I'm sure you'll dig them because I know you lolled so hard at that movie. Okay, so for real, this is sort of a shitty present, but it is an ironic present because I know you wouldn't have it any other way. Maybe you can wear them ironically sometime. They might even be more ironic than you and your bros' dumb pointy anime shades. Anyway, have a good one, buddy, and stay busy being totally sweet. Ghosty Trickster, John. Dave, answer. Adios Toreador, began trolling Turntech Godhead. Hey, first, okay, I think you're awful. Let's put that fact on the table where we can both see it. Now you have been primed for the digestive ruination that's about to take place and the comprehensive soiling of the laundry enveloping your person. Oh my god, you type like a tool. Yeah, now you're getting it. What you are in for? Are you ready to be trolled within an inch of your miserable human cortex? This is so weak. I'm almost getting tired of wasting good material on you guys. It's like you've got nothing. It's always one of you sprouting up and ranting about how hard I'm about to get trolled with no ensuing substance. You don't even know anything about us. One of you fuckers thought I was a girl. Okay, yeah, but the thing is that I don't care about your anatomical details and things like that. Trans, that's trans as fuck. Yes, I know what you've done or will do actually. It's the most awful thing, the worst you can ever do. Sorry, I wouldn't cyber with you, dude, in the future or whatever. Wait, what? Oh, okay. You're the one who likes to submit innuendo. Human innuendo? Yes, human innuendo. Sorry for the lack of clarity. So, at what point in the future am I supposed to be looking forward to you whipping up this titanic hankering for my knob? Uh, be honest with me, because I'm busy. And I want to know exactly when I gotta clear some space in my calendar for when some fuckwit blunders out of a magical phone booth and makes a ballad inspiring play for my throbbing beef truncheon. Should I be perturbed by these illusions? No, man. Look, I just need to know when to be there. When the stars come into alignment and your flux capacitor finally lets you sate your meteoric greed for crotch dachshund. I wouldn't want to miss it and cause a paradox or something. It'd suck if the universe blew up on account of you missing your window of opportunity to help yourself to a pubescent boyd's naked spam porpoise. Oh my god. Okay, this is starting to upset me. Jesus, you are such a shitty troll. I guess I'll leave you alone and find another point in time to bother you when I guess you are more emotionally susceptible and don't have all these bees in your bonnet about your human sexuality. Oh, no. No, dude, you sass me up. We are in the shit now, together, for the long haul. I. What? We're motherfucking entrenched in this bitch. You and me. Welcome to Nam. Now grab my hand and shimmy your soggy ass off that muddy bank before Charlie gets the fucking drop. Uh, who? Who's Charlie? He's the guy who's gonna read our vows. I'm feeling pretty friggin' matrimonial all of a sudden. Take a look down by your foot. See that little bottle? Stomp on that shit like it's on fire. Noisy ethnic dudes are flipping the fuck out and waving us around on chairs till someone gets hurt. Oh, I'm your 300-pound matronly freight train, and my gaping furnace is hungry for coal, so get goddamn shoveling. Oh my god. Bro, look in my eyes. That twinkle? That be devotion, you herniated pro wrestler sweaty purple taint. The fucking that twinkle, that's devotion. Yes. Sparkling like a visit from your fairy fucking godmother. Should be pure and true. That's what you see, a kaleidic supernova of all your hopes and dreams all swishing together, radically effervescing arms of more little boy peckers than you can imagine, turning out insane corkscrew haymakers of a billion dancing Vienna sausages strong. This is how we do this. This shit's more real than Kraft mayo. Adios Toreador blocked Turntech Godhead. I can't believe that got referenced in the fucking. Oh my god, in the fucking epilogues. You are now the aimless renegade, You have identified a couple of unwelcome rogues outside your present stronghold. They are in violation of your jurisdiction. Despite your ordinarily striking marksmanship, you have spent an entire ammo clip without recording a single kill shot. What will you do? Realize that your weapon is magazine fed, not clip fed. You don't give a shit about that. Examine the wall behind you. The wall exhibits rows of ancient hieroglyphs depicting an array of amphibious and reptilian life forms. This is illegal pictography. It makes you angry. Go search for more ammo. There is plenty of ammunition stored in the various ammo crates which you have spent a great deal of time unearthing from nearby ruins and hauling back to your stronghold. You have a large variety of weaponry and ammunition at your disposal. Whether you can locate some more AK 47 rounds quickly enough is a different matter. Quickly retrieve sidearms. You retrieve a pair of deadly sidearms, but you will need a longer range weapon if you are to continue your enforcement. Find a rocket launcher. Here's one. Befriend the unwelcome rogues. You wonder if you should reconsider your grievance with the offenders. Perhaps you should let it slide? They seem friendly enough, and it's been so long since you've had company. It would also be quite a pity to blow up that tall, attractive female. But then again, they are both in flagrant violation, trespassing through several zones which you painstakingly marked as off limits while you conduct your investigation of this crime scene. It is your duty to investigate this illegal monument and get to the bottom of its illicit amphibious idolatry. Just thinking about all the sloppy footprints they are leaving in the sand makes your carapace steam. The law is all that's left to hold on to in this unforgiving dust bowl. You cannot afford to loosen your black claw's grip lest justice slip through your fingers. Law is beauty, order is peace. Judgment is the very basis for all that is pure and... hold that thought. You need to take a moment to wear something ridiculous before you continue your spiel. Order in the court. You will have order in this courtroom. If everyone does not settle down, you will clear out this courtroom. You swear to God. It appears to be a large stage, serving as a kind of elevator. No, the base. It looks like a peculiar... it can't go down because there's something jammed in it. Looks like a peculiar musical instrument, probably centuries old. But yeah, the jury agrees. You've got to blow up those you've got to go blow up those trespassers. Jade, place present on monument. You put John's present down in just the right spot, along with the letter you prepared a little while ago after a particularly interesting series of dreams. It should be any minute now. If I. You put down the time bait. It's out of your hands now. You guess you could swim. Maybe you can think of a better way across. PM. Read the letter. This is kind of confusing. Dear Miss Mail Lady, go here. You guess it's straightforward enough, even if the drawing is somewhat inaccurate. Land. Oh no! Berate self for unauthorized demolition. Stupid, stupid, stupid. You had them right in your crosshairs. You have no idea how a crack shot like you could have missed. It is practically inconceivable. Be the law. You reload and take aim. That fair carapace. How it sparkles in the desert light. No, you cannot afford to be distracted by such thoughts. You are busy being the law. You are the law, whoops! Wave about in a distracting manner, WV. Oh, it's this guy again and his little blinking bee. So outrageous. The can ruse was a distraction. Scamper quickly to the newly created hole, PM. You have the cargo. Read the next step of the letter, PM. At the bottom of the letter is a series of coordinates along with further instructions. Deliver here. Last thing I ask you to. I'm so grateful. You know what you must do. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection. Mail. Years in the past. Oh, what a nice butterfly. Blam. Today is your birthday. Your grandfather has decided to celebrate by introducing you to the thrill of the hunt. But suddenly you and Beck are wandering off. Where is this silly dog taking you? Oh, you find a present. You open it to find a shirt that is way too big for you and pumpkin seeds? There is also a letter. Blarg, so terrible. Aw, dang, where'd I go? Dear Jade, happy birthday! It's hard to thank you enough for your friendship over the years. Heck, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't even have met Rose and Dave, so that is like 3 times the friendship. That is almost like too much friendship. I only wish I could get you something for your birthday that could remotely make up for what you've given me. But of course, that's impossible, so here are a couple silly things anyway. I went to a weird Asian store the other day and saw this rad shirt. So I got it, and I'm wearing it now. But there was a blue one too, which was way more awesome, and I wanted you to have it. I know you like green a lot, but maybe you'd like to try wearing blue sometimes? I bet you'd look like $1,000,000. Also, I know you've been frustrated lately about how your pumpkins keep disappearing. Well, I can't begin to explain why that's happening. All I can do is give you these so you can plant some more. Don't give up, Jade. Wherever those dumb old pumpkins went off to, I'm sure you know the fun is in growing them and taking care of them until they're ready. Phew. I gotta head out to the post office now so this doesn't get to you too late. Talk to you soon. Ghosty Trickster, John. Who is this John claiming to be your friend? And these other friends he mentions? Whoever he is, you think he might be onto something. Blue is a very pretty color. Also, growing some pumpkins sounds like it could be fun. Maybe you will ask Grandpa if you can use the atrium to do some gardening. This will be exciting. Whop. You bear the vicious brunt of the story transition directly to the face. You are getting really tired of this feisty man and his busy fists. Jack, kill John's dad yourself. Here, stick this in your pipe and bleed to death slowly. The hat is destroyed. You release the prisoner. He is free to go. Jade, play guitar to summon giant lily pads. Ribbit. Dave, install beta. Alright, I'm installing this game finally. We're doing this, man? Yeah, you could almost say. We're making this. Go on. What is it that we're making this? Transpire. Excellent. Let's make shit take place. Enter.
Kreider! Jasper Sprite! Oh no. End of Act 3. Ah, perfect. Made it after all. Alright, thanks for sticking it out to the end, everyone. I know this one was a bit of a long one. When it came around to 3 p.m., I was so close I figured I'd just plug it out to the end. Try to keep this one all in one piece, you know? Yeah. Lot of stuff happened that one. That's one of my favorite flashes. Thank you for coming to the stream. It's always a pleasure having you here. Well, that's it for today. I'll be starting Act 4. Actually, I'll be starting the intermission next week, won't I? Won't be doing Act 4 until after that because you can't skip the intermission. No, we certainly wouldn't make that mistake. There's far too much plot important stuff here. Anyways, thanks for coming, and I look forward to starting the intermission with you all next week. And maybe can finish that in one sitting as well. Seems pretty doable. It's not a very long intermission. Anyways, love you. Bye bye.